This time EG starting off on the attack side, though. It's
FURIA
a very slow
on defense,
start. Look at
EG
Zerona
on attack.
all the way back towards that spawn. They're waiting for this push over on the A line too, and watching the B line at the same time while taking mid control.
EG just likes to have the spike down in the beginning. No chance for it to get dropped or allow the opponents to know they have an upper hand.
How often is there new stuff on Coach Potatoes? We
tried
to do once a month, but normally when the season's on, it probably ends up being like once every 6 weeks, I would say.
Digizine playing some music to himself.
When it's like off-season stuff, it's fine. Kind of catch up a little bit.
The soft site here. So initially, this is obviously to just search and find, do a little bit of discovery.
Minnie's drawing up the
this late in a round
summit
you've got
that I
the
did.
Opponents to most likely move a little bit off those nice, safe.
He's
early
been playing
lines.
a lot of ranked, but
and that's
I
exactly
think that's what he's doing.
what EG is going to get here, just walking into B.
Get recon, hit into the site, read it.
I think the last one was
NRG's
NRG's Breeze, I want to say.
Because there is only Shy inside this B site, and he's so
then
far
we do
away
a
to
summit, which is similar-ish to Paper X.
EG to set up in a post plan
just
and
with a
have some
vice.
very aggressive positions too.
That's what I think's a lot about.
How weird does it become when everything is quiet? Have we pushed up enough?
And then
Is
we'll
our
do a
lurk in the
sunset,
right spot?
sage
Is
sunset.
EG wondering? They have to be comfortable though. Now knowing two are behind, that's great sourced information from Pancakes. Rejoins the
breeze
team
on the
to
breeze one's
bolster
good.
the ranks inside sight. A big first kill coming in from Superman, possibly just denies one.
Ooh,
Oh my
mate.
God, it's like pistol.
Dude, he might get two more.
On Summit. You can't
Ooh.
stop this guy.
Dude,
okay,
actual
somebody
just
did. They threw
solid
the gun.
aim, man. That
Blocking
was
all
good.
the bullets. Finally goes down. Zerona's there. And my God, EG's pistol rounds are very, very dominant right now as a few final touches of damage from Qualanoob go through, but Bow locks that one down. And yeah, fist bumps all around. EG have to be happy about that.
What can you really do for FURIA there? Despite them spawning Pancakes on the double flank, what was most important was a knife that was thrown into Elbow. They knew here that Superman was hiding in the corner of Elbow. So the first layer of the retake was to have 4 players to take him over. And as they do so, he just swings out and pops 2 in the front line. Maybe it had to be for FURIA to hold that distraction in the front side so the back side could get a pick. But at the end of the day, there's no way Superman should have walked away with that.
Watch the NRG game?
Here for FURIA in terms of the
we'll rate someone for it.
The pistol round loss this time around. Another gamble stack. This time onto the B site that allows Digizine to open up A. Calm falls down, and
what are the Pacific
now EG
games?
could just take their time.
That's having that other smoke, too, of Bow to throw in there. It doesn't have to be the Viper Orb to close off mid from Superman.
I'll consider it trying to improve as an IGL for your friend team. Dude, that's literally, I would say, the main target audience.
We'll see where they decide to run this one out. Pancakes quickly taking position. What? little sidestep flick. Made it look clean. Some aura on that Bulldog. Why not a second round here? Remember, EG were able to grab their first bonus quite handily, even after losing Digizine last map. We'll see how they play
Better
this
to
one.
skip one EMEA game to watch NA? My guy.
Another fun game that will
Actual
build the
groups
confidence
out,
for
yeah.
EG if they could continue this time. And this type of play
Well,
around.
they've got the big games over there.
Remember here, Bao had a little bit of smack talk against Kama on the other side, but also Pancakes was mentioning in an interview has an opportunity to play against an old teammate like Kama, but it wasn't on EG back in the day.
No.
We're rolling back the years to the, like,
Team
the late
Secret
tail
against
end of
DFM.
2021, 2022, early 2022 when they were
Gen G
playing
against Full
together
Sense,
on
or
a
the
crew,
Gen G Full Sense
getting
game.
34 rounds maps series in a row
DFM can still qualify,
for
right?
them to be
It's
one of the
in
top
skip
teams in the
groups.
VCL.
Nice shot.
Digizine on a quick one. They're pressuring a gun round like this. Their bonus, I should say.
Oh,
They know
mate,
where
you didn't
Shy
get
is.
anything
Now
for
they
this?
can clean out ladder.
Holy.
Pancakes on that. This is why this guy was picked up right here. As Calm answers back. How about those two? Zerona drops him through the wall. You are never safe in this site, it seems. Spike plant goes down. It's 2 members here from FURIA to try and take this back. And these, as they save, I would say are the exact rounds EG were saying we need to win the rounds we are for sure going to win. Doesn't look like they'll have any trouble here. It won't plague them this time.
Trouble that FURIA is having now is finding ways to stall on these B-side hits.
Can Sen still go through
Despite them
playoffs?
having
I think
so
so.
many players this time around for FURIA, they were
Don't they have
just
to beat
still,
G2?
if you're looking at the exit,
How they play this week?
sorry, still in
Oh no, they
spots
lost
where
to
they're not
G2.
really
They
there
got to
to
play
trade
crew.
off with each other.
Oh wait, they might be
hiding
cooked.
behind the ladder. You can't get traded off from the front of that site.
They would lose
Second one falls down,
head-to-head.
the other one gets wall banged, so you can't really do anything for FURIA. They're not as coordinated.
Yeah,
to
they
stall
need a
EG.
3-way tie. And G2 to lose.
One more for basic. And I love that point about Calm and Pancakes, because it was funny back then on a crew, that was Calm basically playing like Sentinel controller. He was Brim, Viper, KJ, and Pancakes was still the Sova, and now Calm, when he switches over to EG, the championship roster starts Sovaing his face off, and now they get to compete against each other as Sovas.
Exactly. Stepping away from a crew in like, what, February of 2022, and then winning champs in 2023 with Evil Geniuses.
I have an exciting coaching opportunity for you. In my Platchat members tournament team, we're top of our group right now. Exciting prospect.
Turn it around with,
mate, I'm not joining. I'm not coaching a team that I think I could
trailing
beat.
by 3 rounds and only saving 2 weapons from the previous round, Basic and Koala Noob are trying to work together to take the mid
That's
control.
all I'm saying.
EG, their starts, man. They're always at the beginning of staying all the way back towards
Give me
spawn.
4 more competent people. I feel like we got you.
Quick rush. It's just once that gate breaks, they are all flooding into the site. Run it back is kind of freaking everybody out towards mid. Nice job by Zerona to create problems with that ultimate. Digizine,
nice
ground
shot.
covered, but also flashed to high heaven and couldn't follow up with the kill there. But they're still trying to push. Zerona knows they still need a little backside control here, so he puts himself in a position. FURIA starts to encroach, and this is where that double controller starts to help a little bit, but there's no gas online anymore. The tank is empty. And FURIA continue to move in. Shy only has a sheriff here, so they're trying to back each other up.
Superman has
with
the
that
lineup, Molly lineup, shock
towards the other
lineups.
side of pillars. And yeah, they have such a
comes
good
the
sight on
Molly.
the spike.
Do we
No
just
need to
pre-fire
peek
with
until
the
all
shock
this
as well?
util goes
Mate,
down.
missed his Molly, hit the roof.
It hit the ceiling before it actually got to its position. So
Oh my god, they got a finger not on it.
Out. Now the cove down, they're going to try to get
Oh,
some
he
shots.
actually got a double shock kill. There's no way.
I think I blinked.
And he missed the Molly. Their missing lineups are still winning.
4 for Evil Geniuses.
That was supposed to be a shock and snakebite lineup to just instantly kill the players inside the cove. And I felt, as you saw it from that picture-in-picture, that the snakebite just hit the ceiling and didn't fully land onto the spike, yet the shock dart still kills.
If you had to
both of them
compare
in the
EG to an EMEA
Gotta
team,
count
which
your
team
lucky
would it be
stars from time to time here for the side of EG.
Play-style-wise? There's a right answer somewhere.
75 HP remaining there on Basic. That's a full hit.
Double shot kill, goddamn! We have lineup.
We have lineup.
I'm trying to think. An op-heavy team as well.
Zerona is already down to low HP as they're looking to encroach on a split into the A site. Another first blood for EG.
I'm not sure I have a good
FURIA
answer for you.
says we need to speed it
Giants?
up faster.
Nah, I don't think it's
EG
Giants.
says we're going even faster, and we are already into the back of the site, 20 seconds in. Digizine looking to flex it. Koala Noob more than ready, though, and we're going to keep the eyes down his scope for a second. There's still some mobility around the map to get over to this fight. FURIA rotating here, but EG is set up and ready to defend.
See how annoying it is for Koala to try to retake the site when this Viper wall is slicing that site, kind of like a harbor, pretty much, right? They're playing a double controller in that sense so that you still have the recycled smokes from Bao to really gain so much value and block the vision from Koala Noob getting any value with the operator.
BBL? Nah, it's not BBL.
They read correctly, too, to avoid Koala Noob at the beginning of the round, but you're seeing instantly that FURIA has no choice but to save these 3 weapons into the next round.
And you would expect it to come from somebody like Evil Geniuses, right? Whether or not they're always counter-stratting, it's something that has been a
Giants as well, really.
So if you're going up against a team that just wants to feed their operator, cut those angles off. 2 maps, a double controller here for EG. And they've had this start. But that's the asterisk. They've had this start. This is exactly where they were first map, and we had a very close game. So we'll have to see as the ultimates start to come online. Koala Noob is going to have that op still.
Eternal Fire? Nah, it couldn't be anywhere further away from Eternal Fire.
Again, I feel like usually when it comes down to these moments, I would expect timeouts more on the attack side because FURIA usually looks quite good on their defensive sides. Again,
more like Gentlemates?
Koala Noob
Could get on board with the Gentlemates.
At the point, getting these lines, locking it down. But I think for the last few rounds, just because the bonus round was also converted by EG.
Problem is no one plays like
always
Pacific, man.
set in the back foot. One step behind, trying to play catch-up against EG. And EG could do whatever they want in terms of conditioning. We talked about how many times they were so good on encroaching, swarming towards that B side, not giving a chance here for Shy, as we see on the screen, to set up a defense on that line. So as soon as you have enough money for Koala Noob, maybe you want to try to help out on that line, play on the top of ladder, trying to look down towards the B line, but EG's been hitting A side for the last couple of rounds too. Mid splits too. There's no control
trying to get
from
that
FURIA
University
at the
VALORANT
beginning of
team
these rounds.
started.
And I think it comes down to
I mean, he's got a whole
very
tryouts,
similar
right?
opening as it did on Summit. Very, very slow, passive. After a timeout, it became 5-5.
All right. Let's see. I'd like to know, Shaw basically had
Old tryouts, just
the
do
same
5v5s.
they had on a Summit.
Work out who's the best.
Because he said, yeah, we started slow. That's what he said to Emily. Between maps, it was slow. That's not us.
Just do in-house scrims.
So towards that right, the operator, not so much protected, but does have backup in the site if necessary.
Okay, they go super aggro over towards A, but the fact they smoke it, like if they had done the super aggro without the smoke here, they probably would have felt like they're setting up the AWP.
True flexing.
Yeah, doing a little bit of the Ziggs tech as well, using the flex to show less of your body. And even going for the 1-minute drone. So this might allow for Koala to be a little bit more comfortable to opt towards this B line because the drone's going to see nothing here. No A-side pressure from EG.
Spike drop. Don't think anybody's in range.
What do you think would be the most important assessment for a coach position?
Is it space creation?
Wait, you saying that you're going to be more manager of it?
All TP into sight here.
Dude, coaches just fill the gaps of teams.
The Hunter's Fury tries to disrupt this entry. A very nice push.
They're just the organizers.
Digizine able to close that paranoia gap up though, from the cove or from the smoke of harbor rather. Now where will they go with this? How will they continue to push themselves in? Digizine slowly goes
that's
for
a
the long
fast shot
peek
from
there.
him.
Not realizing all the members of FURIA got themselves into position and they took that
three.
one slow and methodical to make sure they didn't give up too many kills to EG.
First error coming out from EG on the exec as well. Azul, you're getting stalled by the Reckoning on the side of FURIA. EG did a great job to fight towards the pressure that FURIA was trying to move forward with.
I would just do trials, and then if you feel like there's someone that is smart but isn't that good, then maybe they're good for coaching stuff.
On the top of Castle, and it just loses the
it
spike.
Depends on how many people you get to sign up to whatever it is.
Instead of just trying to get the spike down, he was prominent. He was very adamant to try to push forward in the back of the site to trade with the rest of his team. It allows here for the rest of FURIA to rotate across and watch each other's backs and score their first round of their defensive half.
Like you? Yeah, Desp is the perfect example.
Coach Shaw, but not necessarily a good game plan drafted
like
on
he's
his
got
side.
somewhat of a brain on him, but mechanically he's horrendous.
Here that allowed for them to get that round.
That's like what you're looking for.
These early smokes are actually allowing
like he's not a complete idiot.
Really get up close. Like Qualanu takes a shot. I think he's going to find Bao in his face. But look at that timing. Oh, he tried to step in and get the shorty on. Very smart by Qualanoob. He's making a lot of noise. He's got to stay moving himself. As
he wants to play Sage every map.
In and out here. You see a little backup by Calm as he knows the site's held a little bit more now, so he's staying in a lean position.
There's just too much space given away. Calm is holding all the way towards Troll, so they don't have ways to find mid control, mid information. There was an opening there, possibly, for Artazine to get that pick right into the back of the B side. Instead, they smoked themselves out.
No trade yet on Artazine. He's actually going to be a big nuisance here in the back. Bao covering.
I feel like I don't really like how FURIA play the harbor.
Walked up mid already. They just got to count with these next shots. And yeah, Bao is able to snap down on one. That means the site is open and Artzine's left out in the open, dead to rights.
If you don't get an instant pick here, this might be a save. Yeah, especially with that smoke going down into Molly. So another round where Basic and Qualanoob will have to fall back, but EG are chasing for these kills. And that's the op down.
That's the op.
Basic's nowhere close to try to pick it up and fall back.
That's their win condition. They can buy another op,
try to
though.
pick up at the last second. But again, it comes down to not having any information over here for the side of FURIA. Should have been an easy pick from Digizine on to Artazine in the back of the B site, but even if he doesn't get the pick, they've already gained so much space for EG to just go for the split into the B site. And again, FURIA in a position where they can't trade off each other. Like I one committed to try to fight towards that B main. This guy's trying to fight towards the back of that B site.
This game, yeah, I mean, it's a little...
Nowhere where they could go for multi-kills together.
Right now,
and go for the trades.
FURIA's going to absolutely
They definitely don't have an answer for what's happening in the smokes mid.
The comp's going to be good on attack, though.
Like maybe we don't need to cover
it. Might be one of those where they only need three.
So they don't have their cross anymore from double doors. So a lot of it's just left up for guessing.
It's a shame how far FURIA drops in Santiago. Dude, it's... And
another one. Nicely
yeah, I really liked watching
What's
them.
the answer? Do they fully push down mid now? Do they have to aggress the smokes?
They really just reverted back to just being like the FURIA that you get every single year.
Right, something, yeah.
Maybe that or into the elbow line. He could find that timing to try to take down an early lurk. This is why potentially Calm is playing towards that B line. Yeah, he's droning towards that spot so that Koala Noob could take that line. That at least would be a nice start. Because on the other side of the site, a knife just hit 3 players.
Will FPS with the prime. Appreciate the 3 months.
That towards that A line.
Thank you so much for that.
That was a little bit wasted, at least for FURIA, but they have some good information. And look at that. The smoke coming in from Bao, all the way back towards the elbow. Forces Koala Noob to hold a different spot, and it would allow EG to maybe reset back into the B-line hit. That's exactly where they're moving towards to.
This works so well for them.
Okay, they create
so
a bit of pressure over
this
towards
middle
A.
to now get the op line off of the site take where they should just be able to squeak by. Oh my gosh. If that was Omen, they might have seen the cape or Sova. And yeah, have completely circumvented having to face the operator at site now.
But chat, how bad were FURIA at stage 1?
They said you need to think about
it wasn't that bad, right? It was bad, but it wasn't like
guessing wrong.
It wasn't anywhere near
entry,
there.
but they have to be protecting of their tunnel. That's where the op is.
When they're just struggling
into the site
to find comms
to create more space.
Dude, what is
they don't have
now?
any smoke coverage for that side just yet. The wall's over at A.
Still scratching my head onto why is Bao always
lost
deep
to
on the top
NRG
there.
Lev
Free
G2.
kill
That's
for FURIA to take, and they
Mate, that's
somehow
fine.
take the advantage by 2 for the retake.
That's just America's.
Opportunity.
Flash over the top.
Big play,
what
bro.
A spray. Zerona in a beautiful position under that smoke.
Imagine it.
Dodging. Oh, God.
Dude,
Just
if he
giving
got that
Koala Noob
third
a
one
chance
there.
to come in and pull Superman's hair out there for the daggers. A defuse and a deja vu along with that. 6-2 now as FURIA start to bite back.
FURIA has to be lucky as well. That was a beautiful timing by Zerona for jumping through. And I think as he drops down the KO, because you're dropped down on your knees through your ult, he's still spraying to try to get the third guy, but it's just Arazine absorbing all of the
being in
shots,
America's.
which then allows the third player for
At one
FURIA
point,
to
you're going
trade
to
it
lose
out.
to each of those teams.
That's why it becomes 2 free kills so far on each side execs from Bao's TP. I feel like he's almost missing his smoke before that. You need to have maybe something up there. Digizine Cloudburst or his own smoke to get
They
in
were
that
around
spot.
4th to 5th in terms of best in
Those
Americas.
2 rounds that FURIA got right there was
Then all they needed to do
thanks to
here
an
was have like
easy
a
player
pretty
advantage from
good,
that position because of
stage
Bao.
2, and then they would have gone champs.
And right back to mid, just like that. Already in his face. About dash out, or Digizine rather dash out, able to find that one as Koala Noob takes to the skies.
They probably just needed to
and is
repeat what they
taken
did in
right
stage
down.
1 and stage
But
2, and they would
Basic
go
is
champs.
just in the frying pan right now,
mad, isn't
looking
it?
for help from Calm here just behind him, and he'll get a bit of protection. Nice job, that
my
harbor
Abaddon.
utility to keep them alive. The rest of EG is trying to squeeze in. I got to credit here for FURIA to keep themselves up and safe.
Mate, they got
But
no
these
idea.
walls
How's he
drop,
found
and
this
it's gonna
cubby?
get messy
He's
really
in the
fast.
crisscross.
It's about who can react the quickest. And it's EG who actually has the lines, all of the shots that count. The rotation from Shy is just too far as the spike goes down here. They should be able to set up this post plant and get a 7th round for EG.
Shy never rotated.
Yeah.
Because EG, there was an opening for them to fall back. That Viper wall was always up here for the side of Superman.
Let me have a look
So
at
that
that
could have
champ
been a
points
moment
now.
where they decide to fall back and re-hit the B site because there was no pressure coming in from FURIA to retake the A site. Gotta say, Bao found a little bit of a redemption.
They were on
FURIA's attempt to
7
retake
champ
the A site as he
points.
TP'd on the top of bricks this time around, but finds the
They would
better
have
timing.
come into
and stayed up
stage
there
2 with
first up
7 champ
at that
points.
spot to mow down 2 players.
They would have had to have done is come 4th in their region.
Lives out
Maybe
of that
not
one. You
even.
can tell he was ready to react. But yeah, EG, the operator for Digizine. The money's there for FURIA.
What a
Honestly,
weird-
if we keep
what
going
a
back
weird
and forth
move
like
from
this,
them,
that
man.
is not going to be the case. And just working it slow. He made a fast play to go in, get those first shots on the Koala Noob.
I think it's the
Took
biggest
his
fumble
prize
this
all the way
year.
to the end of the round of that operator.
Maybe like the C9 stuff is up there as well.
Fortunate as well. Knowing how good Koala Noob is with the operator, that should have been dead to rights.
The elevation.
Yeah.
Crew also? Nah, Crew just tricked us.
Mid control attempted by EG because of Digizine's op that he picked up from the hands of Koala Noob on the previous round.
Flash over towards middle.
This is just a simple pop flash to make
We try
EG
not.
think
I
that
feel like
there's
they
some
tried to
sort
do
of
things to
heavy pressure
make
in
him guess where the
setup
op
for
is.
FURIA, so EG
Don't do the ops out in this one, but
just continue to hold this slow. Wait for the cove to dissipate. and then still leverage Digizine to try to walk around and get a first blood pick.
FURIA would have so much more success if they actually just did normal Harbor Fury on defense. Like if they actually just decided to leave this site, play behind this line, and then retake properly, and then just fight this, I feel like they would win so many more.
EG was already trying to fight in this
double their runs.
So yeah, a little bit later of a round. Hasn't seemed to bother EG too much when they wanted to play like this, so they might have an answer. But I do like the movement from FURIA. Get
what
back
about
towards A
Fnatic?
and start to set up these anchor positions.
Yeah, but I'm not sure Fnatic's like it.
It's just that
I guess I'm talking about
it's open
changes in terms of like
sight
players and
line
stuff
from either side.
This is twice now that EG
Fnatic's not really a fumble
the
for
drone
that.
and then
Fnatic's
starts
just
taking
a
mid-control because
overall
they
year
kinda know to
fumble,
rotate
misread
from
of the
Tom
meta and stuff.
After droning, look at the forward spacing that we currently have now of Bao on the top of middle. He could continue to cut rotates as they split into B. Fortunately, though,
You
he
say
just
that
got
every
spotted,
breeze?
so that's going to
Mate,
force
only
EG to
only
just
like
go
4
pedal to the
teams know
middle
how to
into a
play
B
Harbor
side
on
exit.
defense.
There's only 2 players of FURIA here, though.
Yet everyone plays Harbor.
Oh, Shy was looking around for utility to actually take out of the air as he gets taken down.
Holy hell, these guys got annihilated by that
It doesn't
recon.
matter if EG's put down on the pressure cooker. They thrive and get that spike down with a timer in the red zone. Oh, he's still pushing. Still pushing.
6 shots, though.
What is this?
6 shots.
He just did the same thing to end the last round on top of Bricks over at A. It doesn't matter where he is or when it is. That is a clean 2K.
That's going to hurt FURIA on their defensive side. Again, I've mentioned how FURIA usually likes to, or usually are very, very comfortable playing their defensive halves. Yet, unfortunately, you're seeing now the second timeout forced out by Coach Shaw just to try to salvage anything out of this half. They know their attack side's going to be difficult no matter what. But try to continue to build that confidence,
Appreciate the raid, bro.
pick up these last 2 rounds, and hopefully have the best of speech and game plan in the halftime.
Best of luck as well.
To talk to your team
I think you play in like 2 days.
Bring the attack side back into your favor.
I think there is a lack of refreshing where the state of the game is for FURIA in these rounds, right? They had that flash towards mid, and it actually prevented 40
With
seconds.
The Fnatic stuff, it was a little out of their control.
EG, and then it was kind of pushed out of their mind, out of sight,
Maybe.
out of mind.
I mean, we don't know
nothing
enough
mid,
about
then
that
they won't go
situation,
there.
to be fair.
But EG is taking enough time to source out any of the information, any of the fakes. So it's got to be more than just kind of one level of protocol. EG is going to walk right through that. So FURIA need to reach deeper in the strats.
You're playing double initiator, right? So with the flash, yes, you're able to delay, but you have to find ways to then react into what's happening after.
Yeah, the Milan stuff was a little off, for sure.
Did get hit by that.
True.
What's
They
your
wanted
next
the
layer?
scapegoat.
You want to try to fight back towards A main control, knife towards A main, recon, drone, something on that side. Yet somehow I almost feels like even if you're having both initiators on both sides, they're still lost here in trying to figure out where EG's work in the mid round. Finally, it's almost like we got to try to give up certain space so that we can just fight and encroach on different spots. This is why we have the walk down from Koala Noob.
Zerona looking at an ultimate if you can get the kill on Artazine here. Doesn't lock that one down. Nice fragment combination kill with the Sheriff, but it is followed up on by the squad. Wait, here comes FURIA though.
Man, I feel like teams in America are getting a lot better at just insta-spamming areas. It's the lev effect for sure.
Oh, Bao's gonna do it again. That's deja vu so much. We're in a dream. It's Bao's dream right now. Oh, okay, gets down. Koala Noob. It's turning into a nightmare. Wait a minute. 1v3. Pancakes the operator and the Hunter's Fury and a lineup. We got lineup. Superman all the way back here.
He's saving.
Don't worry about it.
I gotta say, I'm scratching my head this time on Furia's side. The retake, the Reckoning.
It's pretty bad, man.
I'm not too sure where he threw the Reckoning
I'm trying to
from.
not comment on it too much, but holy.
It was right around yellow.
I feel like I've been bashing Furia for the past
but yet
hour.
somehow it just stopped right before the spike, which just doesn't give a chance for Furia to activate around that and to regain that space in the back of A towards Palm. And you have no choice here. It was just a broken retake in EG. That's a mistake that they'll take on their side this time around. You give 2, you take 1, but you still
You're reading chat way more than usual. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm trying to avoid watching the game, to be honest with you.
13-3, Bao on top. You're getting another run it back from that strategy. I mean, whether or not Zerona went down, the team was ready to go in, and now you have a fold over of the run it back for the next round. And these plays from Bao. He's kind of playing
gonna
outside
use
the
the ult
box
like this
at
as
the
well.
moment,
Just
right?
let it go
Things
out
are
all the way
probably
to the
just
end.
happening, and then he's peeking or taking that off timing. All right, it seems like everything is an off timing he's got against FURIA right now. He just is inside their head.
And the Duelists are finding some great impact.
Chat, the Tier 2
frags for
Americas
EG at
teams
the
are going to
start.
wreck some of these
Digits
teams,
at
no?
4-1, Zerona at 2-2.
Jeez. Making sure they're getting themselves in and early and getting an advantage for the team. Digizine. I was going to say, that's a solo mission up mid, so it's going to be tough as you're clearing your
M80
own
will eat
angles,
these
and
guys.
Koala
Yeah, I think
is
M80
faster
will
on
eat
that
both
one.
of these guys.
Move out and fight. Find your value. Trust here that your
Watch some
duelist
Koala's
can
interview. I haven't watched Koala's
really win
interview.
his duels when you're trying
I've
to
been
have
staying
them
away
push
from
down
some of
these
that stuff,
lines.
to be
So
honest.
it's a great two-player advantage
I didn't
to
watch
start.
Koala's
Although,
interview. I didn't check out
two big ults
the
still available for EG.
Yeah.
So Zerona's going to try to find that space into
Rossi and
another
Spy
ult
drama.
hit into B.
It's almost like who's close, who makes the noise first. Goes for a hot hands
Didn't
to the
watch the
back.
bow, still
Nicely
on,
done by Koala Noob to play that calm and cool. And they wait. Oh my gosh, the sixth
The
sense.
team's
He
been
just
messy, I think.
sourcing players left and right. A good flash takes Pancakes down, and they're going to be able to get
Three?
basic.
Dude,
up
three
for
could
that
be enough
last
for this
one onto
comp, but-
Zerona. 9-3 there for Evil Geniuses in the first half. They keep that momentum in their favor.
You almost wish you had that going in from Koala Noob at the beginning of this half. With the operator, with
It's
the
not
rifle,
enough. I
anything
mean, it's probably
just to
not
get him
enough,
that
yeah, but-
space. Look at how many isolated fights he finds. A 4K in that round. But it's EG with a strong lead in the second half, a 9-3 scoreline. Will it be enough, though, for FURIA to
It's more
overtake
Inspire
their attack
against
side?
Stunner.
We'll have to see. We'll be right back
Yeah,
with
so
more
you
VCT
guys in chat
Americas
with
after this.
someone give me a TLDR a little bit. Didn't buy coffee. That's all I got. That's all I can remember from it. Someone didn't buy coffee. Brad, I forgot to do it and I already pressed the button, so still good. Is this CS Stunner? No, it's not CS Stunner. They all had very bad communication skills. I mean, that's just what this. That's what. That's what being in the team is. Honestly, loads of kids that have no real life experience getting shoved into a professional environment. It can be an absolute shit show. We only had one side of the story. Yeah, you gotta hear more side of the story. That's for sure. Whose job is it to mediate those conversations? Normally the coach, to be honest. Coach / manager, depending on how you divvy it up. Like the coach should introduce some kind of system that is like unload the bag, where like everything that is becoming an issue, you just get off your chest and you just talk about it. And everyone just accepts that you're just trying to improve at the same thing. And you can just talk about everything and anything. And then as soon as problems arise, you just nip them in the bud straight away. They don't blossom into some
name of the
tree
game
that
there for
shits on
FURIA. They were
everyone.
trying that against EG. Doesn't pan out. Coach Shaw had to fix things a little bit. Took 2 timeouts for them to finally activate a little bit more aggressively. Unfortunately for FURIA, another slow start in a map.
Doors and we peek top mid together.
Yeah, smoke doors.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Window clear.
Clear under.
Yeah, off angled, off angled. They're mid fight, mid fight, mid fight.
2, 2, 2, 3. 3 mid fight. Omen, Phoenix, Jet, Sova. 4.
Okay. This guy's pretty passive here, né?
Pode virar, Dedek.
Boa, big.
Really oven.
There's 2 mid, fighting. Phoenix and Jet. Não posso falar português, esqueci.
Chai's out there.
Já tinha um tiro no peito.
Eu vou fazer a parede. Que é o bomb só. O cara vai furar, tá? Acho que não, mano.
Vai ter ninguém em bomb.
Não, mano. Tenta plantar só, mano. Não tá.
Watch out flank after.
Yeah.
Spike planted.
Vou olhar atrás do bomb aqui. Olhando costa agora.
Ah, só olha a costa, B.
Mano, só costa acha, mano.
Hey, man.
Costa.
Last player standing.
Peguei da jet.
Um tiro no peito. Falou.
No, that's right.
Then we got wrecked on this.
EG, a
Absolutely
big
wrecked.
lockdown on another round there. You could hear the kind of the comms back and forth here for FURIA. We're calm, but
They
it
got
doesn't
into a
seem like they were
shouting
able to get
match.
anything they wanted.
Yeah, that's not
It
great.
even almost felt like they got surprised here at the
Rich.
beginning of the round.
Got the mouse
They
pad.
walk out the
Absolutely
wall,
love it. Love
instantly
that
comes
from you.
down, and
Thanks so much.
suddenly they lose 2 players,
In
and
an
they're like,
ideal
oh, wait,
world,
they're
everyone
fighting
has
mid, they're
basic
fighting mid.
communication skills. Yeah,
I
that would be nice.
I like this call.
I don't know if it's on the call here on Furia's side or not, because like I said, it almost felt like Furia was surprised. They found no way here to find early information of where EG could be setting up. Unfortunately, it is only one pistol in this series that Furia has won
Both
so far,
spines
losing
it.
both
Not
of them
bad.
on this half.
Yeah.
And
The
putting
MB will be
EG in
happy.
a strong start, forcing Furia to go on a mixed buy. Stingers try to rush into the site here.
Superman might deliver a kill,
Well.
another gun, I should say, to FURIA. Digizine answers, though. There's going to be Phantom right on the other side, backpedals, and he actually fadeaways right in the eyes of his opponent. So that's going to be another kill.
Some guns to pick up.
3v3
Superman got
as
a
they
little
move
greedy
in.
on this one.
This could
no
easily
doubt.
be a round where FURIA run over EG with the Stingers, because EG's got to come within that medium to close range now.
Good thing is the drone's going to see that the Phantom hasn't been picked up yet. Finally, they
Darn.
hear the noise of the jump
Swing
back in
around.
the back of Castle.
What do they have? Smokes, Paranoia, Flash. They could easily get up there and take them by
three in the
surprise. But it's going
same
to be these
place,
straight out
leaning
shots.
for a
They have to
one-way.
make sure they do this as
I mean,
a
the
team.
one-way timing was good.
Oh my God! They
dude,
know the kitchen
look at
sink
that.
it, basic. And Zerona's able to get that one.
Dude, again.
It got
Oh.
sketchy. FURIA made a good case for it, but
Absolutely
EG still
It's gonna
grabbed the
force
second
all time
round.
now.
The comms here for the double flash on both Zerona and Bao. No way there that Furia could play the
What
game this
stream
time
streak
around
do I need
in
to
the
reach
post
for you
plan.
to buy me a mouse mat?
And good on Digizine
Mate,
to get these picks.
I haven't bought the guy who's at
Because Superman not too
700 a
sure
mouse
why he's
mat.
walking forward to get info in the first place. He got caught.
So it has to be above that.
Thankfully, the rifle was good enough.
And then I
Allow
don't want
here
to commit
Superman
'cause
to
I
do
feel
a
like
small
people would
mistake
just
here and there because he's
leave
been
it on
so
Parma.
dominant in this
Yeah.
series. Now you are able to get at least a plant for the side of Furia, so that allows you to have some sort of a buy.
Yeah.
Shy with a rifle with no armor.
And Evil Geniuses have to be feeling good about the momentum coming into this week. Energy will be watching them as it's a chance that they get their feathers ruffled if EG can come out strong with 2 wins.
They got VIP? Yeah, they got VIP.
They have to get through FURIA first.
No way.
And
Bruce has
setting
been
things
there for
up
a long
like
time.
that are one way to get through your opponent.
I mean, that's a recon going out. You have a choice or to break it. You don't have that time to fall back, and he gets caught.
Yep.
Just when we taught that rifle that was purchased there by Shy with no armor, that's the best rifle out of the hands of Furia for this round.
Look at this
And
timing.
you see how different it is. Look at where Digizine's at. He's pushing down and picking everybody.
Oh my
Nice,
God, this
criminal.
guy is on fire. The confidence you're seeing right now is
Go on,
absolutely
mate.
absurd.
Get in there.
Just solo swinging
Honestly,
left and right.
probably
10
knives at this
bullets,
point.
doesn't even need the
11-3.
reload. Knows that's enough to take out another team if he needs. And EG, actually, they slow it down. Respect for not going a little too crazy and letting a round go to waste like this.
And I'm also down for it, because if he's going to try to
Yeah.
hold things out and get information on the last 2 players, man, bring in somebody else to start chasing these guys down. He's already got his ult ready going into the next round.
Get Zerona
He's
another
got
one.
way
probably
too
got
much
like 5
discipline for
already on
11-3.
Breeze. He had so many last half.
Oh my.
Ooh, nice jump.
Actually, probably should have popped.
Wallanuke with some
planes
dance
there.
moves, but does take a good bit of damage for it.
Dude, he made that.
One
It was so
sliver
nice
peek
until it wasn't.
and one wide peek. Goes away the B. 12
Dude,
seconds
imagine
on
they
the
lose this
plant.
round.
Snake bite
Actually, should have
available.
overheated.
That's going to sting a little bit. And there's 4 to plant. No, I don't think so. A 12th round for EG just on the horizon here as Basic is going to get timed out and maybe sat down. Oh, he does his best to stay alive here. I mean, it's Basic. He'll always
Man, I
take
missed
the
that
fight.
old Furia.
A nice round from Evil Geniuses. 12 now for them as they put the
Missed the old
match
Furia.
on game point.
All right, another silver lining. Basic gets a highlight reel, gets an ult for the next round, and hopefully that could be something to help him get around in the second half. But there's something that's missing out of Furia right now that loses their identity from kickoff. I think one thing. Yeah, onto calm. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, again, just to knock it away here, we'll hold that thought. It seems like a desperate measure for FURIA to just fully hit Force's
calling out
potentially with this record.
Our old teammate is insane.
Well, it is nice that Calm can enjoy some pie with his old team here as we come into what could be the final round of this series. There's the smoke, there's the play. FURIA looking to play a little bit quicker off of this one, which means everybody's going to have to be behind each other on the trades. So far, it's just Koala Noob really making the space, and it just takes a moment for everyone to get in and set up. A full retake from EG now. Harbor walls up. Digizine's going to try to get a glance before that fully goes into its highest form. And they have walls on walls with this composition as they try to buy a little bit of time. Arts and Fragment to displace. They're basically on top of each other around the site right now as they start diving into the cove. Kills from both sides. And there's the jump up. Shy waiting for the ants to creep around the roaches to find their way out of the woodwork. And somehow EG has turned the lights off again for FURIA. And it's going to be one last one. Koala Noob doing his dance here. The defuse goes down. It's going to be there for Superman. The cave flowing in the wind. And Evil Geniuses take down FURIA.
They absolutely smashed them.
A heartbreaking stage 2 for FURIA going.
Yeah, mate. I mean, they're losing to tier 2 teams, no doubt. I think they'll lose to all 4 of the tier 2 teams, no matter who they get.
And just unfortunately,
the team is so cooked.
It did not work out there.